You're now tuned into STWF-TV, The Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective. Where we talk hockey.
Feed Byfield around one man in on goal. Scores! What a goal! Quentin Byfield! And that gets Jim Fox out of his seat here at Crypto.com Arena.
Basketball.
To take matters into his own hands, Van Horn. Now, you got to get the team from the third kick.
Football.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my goodness!
Oh my God.
Wilson's going to lob one, and somehow, some way, Paul Richardson comes up with the ball.
Cuts upfield. Hurdles over a couple of people.
Oh my goodness, did you see that? He hit Steve Brown with what looked like a karate kick.
Baseball and more.
Well, there goes again. Pitch is swung on a miss. Throw to second base is high. They're going to say that Rojas got in the way. It doesn't matter. Sosa tagged him out anyway. That was an amazing catch and tag by Sosa.
In the air along the line in right. Long way to go for Jake. Foul ground, and he's got it. And he's up and over.
The Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Yeah, it's the word with it. How y'all doing, man?
Chilling. Can't even call it though, but chilling.
Yes, sir. We out here, man. Parlay Perspective on a Wednesday night. Y'all know what it is. Pops time. You know what I'm saying? Before we get to Pops time, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get us a sports grind. You know what I'm saying? Waving sports topics by the Triangle Offense. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be Derek Fisher tonight? We don't know. We can always be Shaq and Kobe's, but Derek Fishers are the ones, man. You know what I'm saying? It separates the weeks from the ups. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it on tonight.
No one knows what you're saying. What's good, fellas? Let's get to it. Who we got?
Same old, man. Same old.
You're checking 77.
And our fearless leader is distracted. So let's go. Well, what we got for topics, Coach?
So let me see here. For me,
it's got a little news that I needed to get, but I didn't need to get at the beginning of the show. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I got a little bit of it.
You good, fam?
I'm good. Oh no, I'm good. I'm doing something Saturday, so I just got a time of arrival.
But I'm doing take care of that.
Could have waited. No, it could have waited for after the show. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Mama spoke. Mama spoke. You better pay attention, man.
Oh no, we good. I'm volunteering. For the cheerleading competition. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. You know what?
What?
Yes.
Cheer that?
Knowingly? Knowingly do this, or you just were told?
No. This is the first time thing.
Okay.
It's first
time you heard about it.
Yes.
Cheer, Dad. Let's get it.
But yes, man. Speaking of cheer. The Jets, maybe they cheer now. Robert Saleh was fired, released of his duties. He couldn't even go up to the podium and have a going home speech. They just sent his ass home. You know what I'm saying? Terrible season to start for the Jets. We knew his days would be numbered here in this situation. We didn't know it would be this early. You know, Black Monday came a little too early. Or did it? Was this the right decision to move with Saleh, fellas?
Yeah.
It was the right decision. I'm sorry, go ahead, Will.
No, he had to go. He had to go because it's too many things that our coach controlled that they were awful at. I think third down efficiency. I believe they starting off games real bad. Penalties, all discipline stuff. They were terrible at. That's coaching.
That sounds familiar to us.
It does indeed.
Sounds
I
familiar.
think I thought it kind of sucked that it came into the season talking about it. I'm like, if you got to come into the season talking about it, he was already a done deal at that point in time. So why didn't you just cut bait during the offseason and start over? And then the other part I don't like about it is the fact that Will's favorite quarterback is getting a bunch of heat about his possible involvement in this decision.
Yeah.
And he's saying, I know, like always, he throws his hands up, saying he ain't got nothing to do with it. But it's kind of weird that the owner talked to him Monday night. Tuesday, Monday, the head coach is gone. And the offense coordinator, who ain't about, you know what, is still there.
Yeah, he addressed that on the McAfee show. Look, I don't know if I believe him or not, but the story he wove, it seems very much like, yeah, I don't see why he would have something to do with it. He says a big part of the reason he came here was to work with Saleh. Real close with his kids. He shouted out one of his kids that he's even closer with than the others. But shout out all his kids. Try to tell people that this is still a human situation. We know it's a business, so maybe treat it like that. And then they also pointed out that he's gonna bounce back real quick because he won't be a head coach, but he'll get a job real fast as a defensive coordinator. As soon as he wants one, he'll get that job back. So I don't know. Maybe Aaron, you know me. If I believe Aaron has something to do with it, I'm gonna tell you on that. I can't call it. I'm not quick to say that on this case. Apparently he said,
say this part?
He said the call from the owner was about how his legs are doing because he got clipped in the game. Could be. It's convenient. He did get folded up in that game though. He was limping on the field at one point. So I don't know. Okay, what were you gonna say, Coach?
Can I say this part? So he might not have had anything to do with as far as saying that the head coach needed to go. But on the flip side of that is, did he give the head coach a ring and endorsement?
Yeah, he might not have. Yeah, and that's not. I don't know that it's his job to do that.
No, it's not. It's not the end of the day. But if you're a franchise quarterback, you got a lot more pull than the regular guys do. So if the owner is probably leaning one day, he might have said it in passing, or we all know people read news clippings and headlines.
Yeah, he downplayed any involvement. He downplayed any saying it. He also downplayed his power. You guys think I have a lot more power than I do.
Ain't that kind of the same role that he took when McCarthy got let go in Green Bay? And then eventually stuff started coming out.
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe he will coach New England. Please no.
I think he's going to be back in San Francisco.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, man. This is a lot of stuff, man, that y'all just covered, man. Is it this guy's fault? Is it that guy's fault? No. This is something that was going to happen, I believe, regardless of Aaron Rodgers on the team or not. And the Jets maybe are thinking in their minds, it's about that time to rebuild again. And here say the new coach is intern, the defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, will be the intern coach of the Jets going through.
Coach Brick.
When the derrie Hackett's still at the OC. So let's see if this rejuvenates the Jets in a sense in a bit. Hopefully they can give this intern coach some good upbeat. It hasn't been good so far. There's a lot of things that they could do to make the team better, but let's see if they about that life.
Also, another thing is, it could be a coincidence that the owner called him, but that's the only timeline we're looking at when we're thinking about this whole thing. We're not looking at the fact that he this week once again said some dumb shit in the media. He does it like weekly. He says goofy or stupid shit, or he says things that inflame a situation that he could just downplay and not have a problem with. So, yeah, if you look at that timeline, it's like yet another dumbass thing he said in the media while also not being a great coach. Head coach.
What's going on, Dark Sage? Definitely, you can pop your questions if you want. You know, you get y'all perspectives on them. We got you, no doubt. MLB's been very interesting this postseason. That's what we wait for here. I
like your profile picture too, bro. Dark Sage, whoever this is, I like that. But yeah, ask away.
Oh yeah, I saw them on this question
That's
over
from
here.
Twitch too. Shout out to Twitch.
We have an injury. We have some homers here. Not in this room right now, but New Orleans Saints fans. Disappointment. As Derek Carr is out a few games with an oblique injury. This starts Spencer Rattler as the backup quarterback. According to sources, he'll be starting the Saints next game. Because it was the under. You know what I'm saying? I think Coach said week 8.
I thought week 8.
It's week what? Week 5? Week 6?
Week 6.
So
who's close?
You won your under, and it was the under. I lost mine on the under for.
I said 6
for May.
I think I said 6. I need to tape, but I think I was on the 6 wave.
You were like now. No. Well, you said now for what you wanted, what you think they should do. But in terms of what you thought it might happen, I believe you said 6. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. So Dale,
maybe even before.
I think he sent us a little GIF. In regards to the situation, I know Saints fans are like, damn, this again. We go from pretend Super Bowls in great hotels and nice weather to knowing that this is the weather right now going on in New Orleans. It's cloudy, man. It's going to remain that.
Let's check out this breaking news clip that was shared with us. I got an idea what it is, but let's check it out.
Breaking news from the BS and Beer News Desk.
All right, Craig, we just got the news. Adam Schefter, there were breadcrumbs being dropped by Nick Underhill because he probably had the news yesterday.
He always knows early.
Yes, but the news is Spencer Rattler will be the starting quarterback versus the Bucks. We just did a whole show where we talked about Jake Haener being the starting quarterback. How does this change things for you, Craig?
You know what, man? I hate it. I hate it so much because I don't hate it for this week. I hate it for his future, you know?
Yes.
To me, this is a Derek Carr. This is a Dennis Allen was trying to save his job situation now because he knows that if this season just falls apart and he's got Rattler on the bench and doesn't use him, that's his fault. And now he's going to put Rattler in a terrible situation with a terrible O-line on a short week against a defensive mastermind, and he's going to get killed. And it's horrible. And I hate it for his future. But objectively, it's a lot more exciting.
Yeah, as a fan, it's going to be more exciting to watch for sure. Now you're going to get your popcorn ready for sure. Even if you were down, well, we're going to lose this game. Where it's like, hey, let's see what the Rook going to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as long as our line doesn't get him killed.
That's the concern because we're playing with a bunch of backups in the O-line. Maybe Ruiz comes back this week.
Nah, not going to happen.
No,
he should have been IR'd. He would have been a DNP today on Wednesday.
Okay, yeah. So, but yeah, I have the same concern. The kids' mechanics, I think, are going to be shot because he's going to develop bad habits because he's going to be running for his life.
Now,
I see him running.
There's an argument to be made that his O-line at South Carolina was terrible, and that a lot of his success was broken plays and getting out of the pocket and whatnot. So maybe that's what they're thinking is if Carr and Haener are pocket guys and Rattler can make something happen, then maybe that's the plan. I hate it. I hate it for the future.
Man, it's amazing how a season changes.
So fast.
That's what happens when you win your Super Bowl in week 2.
That part.
I mean, they did have you have to. I mean, you could have played the Haener guy. Isn't that the guy that got like the Marlon pictures up on Facebook and all that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could have played him, but
people wanted Rattler.
And
also that California Cajun sounding like me talk about May. I think he was just doing.
Yeah, I think
doing
you
the
guys,
May thing.
And hey, shout out to you guys for the safety of these QBs with what you have. But what I keep preaching on is like this world, a lot of people don't get free money. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get money to kind of sit aside, but not a lot of money. These guys are making good scale money in the NFL right now. And even if they didn't play a game in the season, they still making good scale money. These guys want to play. And I know they don't want that. It's an organization thing. You want them to be safe and sound. Well, let them go out there and play. I just have an emphasis in life that though lines may be horrible and the Saints and Patriot lines are horrible, let this man try to be a prayer for them. Let Rattler and May be prayers for these football teams going forward. It may be ugly. Well, they gotta grow some way somehow, man. They got some weeks. They got 6 weeks of preparation.
Look, all that sounds good, but like I said, if he goes out there and he gets his leg broken, you're not gonna sound as like cheery about the whole situation. It's not gonna be like, you're not gonna sound optimistic anymore.
No. And we all because everybody in this world, from professionals to non-professionals, I can go outside right now and break my leg. Coach can go outside and break right now. It's what comes with the purpose.
That's not a fair comparison. The comparison would be if you go to work and then they have you do something completely different or new to what you're supposed to be doing that you're not trained for or ready for, and it's dangerous. That would be a better comparison.
Hold on. Not Rattler. Rattler's third, fourth round pick. May could have been top 5 last year, and May was top 5 this year. So I'm not hearing that right there.
Where you get drafted is not really extremely relevant to the fact that it's still the league.
You and projectively in the NFL, you made it to the dance. You was gonna make it to the dance, so you must.
Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. You're only thinking that I'm talking about his health. We know that quarterbacks can get receivers killed. That's what I'm saying. It's not just about his health. If he's not ready to be out there, he's gonna get somebody killed. But it's okay. We'll see what happens. They're in there now. They got to go with him, so they got to be ready.
Let these guys play, man. Let these guys play.
Yeah, it sounds good when you say it, bro. I get it. But it doesn't really mean anything.
I'm saying to everybody, let this man play. I'm always for the man. I was a guy that stood here for years and years, and the magnificent Tom Brady every single year playing. Ben Roethlisberger, these guys played. Let the new guy play. I'm always.
He didn't play at first, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, not everybody plays right away. Love didn't play at first.
Everybody can play right away. If you get it wrong with a quarterback, it's noted. It can set you back 10 years.
No, understandably. But I'm not hearing that. They get paid too much for this bullshit. Go out there and look for. Hey, it's a business. If you can't play, you gotta go.
You don't really get paid. Like people will tell you, you don't really get paid for the games. You get paid for everything else. Like everything else. And he's doing everything else. Like eventually, yeah, he'll be out there. But he got this whole idea about money and like, yo, all right, cool. You talk about money, we're paying you this much. But like, if you get him killed or you fuck up his mentality, you wasted way more money than you're talking about playing him for. You waste the whole contract. Because now what?
Listen here. I mean, you a top 5 pick, man. You supposed to be playing that year. Unless you got somebody miraculously above you that's better than you and all that, you should be playing.
When this situation, you got a franchise quarterback. Yeah, he's not very good, but you got capital invested in him. You can't bring a rookie in and put him over him right away.
No. And he's had his time. He's had his bridge. Percent and Carr, we've seen that.
Oh, well, I think he was talking about with Carr.
I'm sorry.
I get it.
No. They've gotten their breaks. And we agreed during the offseason that it'll be 6, maybe 8 weeks before these quarterbacks play. Do all that. Even if you continue to say that, the offensive line is terrible and all that, at the end of the day, the fans are going to start shouting. Then it makes the organization weary. They're going to end up playing. It doesn't matter what the situation is.
Being top 5 don't mean nothing. Bryce
Young
was one. He probably shouldn't have played.
No, you're making my point. You're making my point. By law and order of the league, they are going to play. It doesn't matter what they are, good or bad. They're going to play.
And how's that working? And how's that working out for them? He probably shouldn't have played.
How's it working out? That's an organizational thing. It has nothing to do with me. What I'm saying is
nothing to do with
these guys,
nothing has to do with you.
Are drafted in that spot. These guys are drafted in that spot to play.
Backup for Atlanta Falcons, lucky man sitting on the bench making millions. What about Michael? What's your opinion? I'm crying all the time.
No. Kirk Cousins, right? Once we see if we see Kirk Cousins is broken down, they'll be yelling for Penix too. Rather he's not ready to play or not, he's gonna play. But we're not talking about Penix. Penix is a guy that we knew projectically was probably gonna go second, third round. But let's get off this topic, man. But the Saints, y'all suck anyway. Doesn't matter who's the QB. You know what I'm saying? Let the season burn. Cajun.
Okay, so real quick, let me ask you this. How did Tim Couch do?
Gross.
No, absolutely no. The ending part, gross. I can't disagree with that. But
what about David Carr?
Gross.
Hey, you're gonna name these guys, and I'm gonna agree with every single one. Trash. But how did they make it there? Is what I'm saying. How did they make it there?
They made it there by playing too early. They weren't ready. That's the point of the whole conversation.
How did the team get in that situation to play them? Because they were drafted high. That's all I'm saying. I think y'all think it's too complex of what I'm saying. No,
I think you're not understanding that we're saying that we know how the league works. What we're saying is that it's some teams do that because they get desperate. But that's not the way to move. We've seen some of the better quarterbacks right now in the league be able to come in.
If you throw that quarterback out there now and it doesn't go well, the reason why you're there in the first place is you had either got it wrong or made bad decisions. He doesn't go well, you're right back in this spot again.
No, I agree. I agree with all that, fellas. But what I'm ultimately saying is that if the league and everybody did the same thing with quarterbacks, what kind of league would it be? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, that's the material. That's outside the box. Like, we understand the football, the nature of the game, all that stuff. Like, we want people to be at their best, yes. But some people, they don't got the time to be at their best. They got to go out there and perform quickly and do all that extra stuff. Now, if you have time to grow a QB,
they have all the time in the world. We're not going to be good or bad with or without him. We're going to suck regardless. So they have all the time in the world to grow him. They're choosing not to.
If Drake May goes out there and beats Houston on Sunday and looks like God, then I don't know. We got to know though.
Unless he can turn the whole franchise around in one game, it's going to look the same. All right, so we got Dark Sage said, I am wondering if we will ever see a dynamic like we saw in the 1990s again. That is having two juggernauts like Atlanta and New York competing year in and year out for the World Series. As a young fan growing up, then I was fascinated by how it seemed New York was Atlanta's contemporary in American League in 1996 through 1999. You had two teams face off against each other. I know Atlanta ran into the New York buzzsaw of the 90s, but I have wondered if we will ever see that again. I feel like we've seen it's going to be a little more difficult to get that exact situation, mainly because those two teams had such legendary talent that they had on their squad. Not that you can't get that now, like the Dodgers have basically that type of squad right now, but I just don't know if they have. You're right. There was a certain energy about those teams. There was something about those two teams that they were able to do that. Also, is there anyone even competing with the Dodgers in buying all this talent? It's kind of just them right now. Like the Yankees kind of tried, but not really. I don't know.
You had the Rangers a couple of seasons ago, which netted us a championship, but it's not a lot of teams out there spending like that anymore.
But was it a one-off? Like, did they keep doing it? Because that's the thing that you got to keep doing it. You could do it for a year.
And it's interesting that you mentioned something about the energy. Yeah. Steinbrenner, since Papa Steinbrenner's been gone.
Yeah, we've lost some of that. Yeah, also, some of the skippers too, Joe Torre and shit like that.
That's true. That's true. These are the younger guys now. It's a different feel.
The world changes, man. Every organization is different now. You know, you bring in smarter guys. You know, for instance, like Epstein. You know,
analytics.
You bring them in. You don't have none of that. Back in the days, it was kind of like the big spending people are gonna be there. Yeah. You're absolutely right. But nowadays, it's kind of like, you know, there's different teams doing different things for their teams to win. We see teams in the playoffs right now. The Tigers, the Mets. You know, though the Mets spend money, we shouldn't talk about them. But in terms of what they've done in the past couple years, but you see these teams are different, like compared to like the Yankees. Okay, the Yankees have a good team that could go to the playoffs, but like they don't have that that money don't matter no more in the playoffs. Like it used to matter all the time. It don't matter.
Also, the other thing that happened, I believe, is analytics, like that Moneyball shit. It didn't win when he tried it with the A's. They made a little playoff run. Also, what no one ever talks about that Moneyball team is, they didn't. That was with the position players. They had all of their money buried in that bullpen and starting five. So they had great elite pitching. And then, they fielded a Moneyball team and they got to the playoffs. But other teams since then have done this with analytics and trying to build teams that actually can compete, or at least make it tough for the teams who are spending all the money to still win these series because they play things in an analytical way and they play smart baseball. I think they've narrowed the gap so that you can't just spend money and automatically win. That being said, the Dodgers are going to compete every year. Will they win? Will come down to if they're clutch enough. But they're going to be in it every year because, they have unlimited funds, apparently.
They're going to have to be clutch. They're going to have to be clutch tonight in this situation tonight. Game 5. We're going to get to the MLB postseason. Shout out to you, homie, man, for that. Shout out to you, Steve.
Yeah, great question. Great question.
They're going to have that tonight. They're 2-1. They lose tonight. It's over for the Dodgers. Another year, money spent.
Wasted.
We talked about we talked about Shohei Ohtani a few weeks ago in regards to what he's doing. And now it looks like everything's just about to be clear of smoke. The Padres up 2-1. Big game last night that they won. 2 games that they won in a row in which they have this outdog the Dodgers. And that's kind of what we've seen out of them in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. The straight get dominated by the opposition who bettors would think the Dodgers should have this. Kind of like what Sage is saying, like that team. The Dodgers could be that team, but it's always something that leaves that team on. But it's more the other teams being hungrier nowadays. Something much more to play for, I feel. And though people dog and talk shit about the younger generations and all that stuff, they come in hungry. Every generation comes in hungrier. And that's just the way the world makes it now. Like, it's tough now. Like, those 400 yards back in the day was like, oh, my God, you got it. But now everybody's trying to compete for it year by year. Gentrification, people moving to towns. Everybody's competing, man. And it's good love. It's good fun for the game. It may not bring the viewers in anymore, but the game itself, man, it's just evolving, man. So, man. Tigers went over the Guardians today. Guardians, another team, hot start the season. Wandered off as the season ended. The Tigers have been rolling, man. Detroit. The city of Detroit. If the Pistons can get it rolling, maybe the Red Rains once again, man. City's gonna be crazy, but they win today 3-0. They are up 2-1. The Yankees are currently playing the Royals. I seen a little bit actually before the show started. I believe the Yankees were up. I don't know if they're still up there. And the Mets defeat the Phillies earlier. They win the series 3-1. They are going to the NLCS. They are waiting. Maybe the Padres end it tonight, or LA takes it back to
Dodgers up 1-0.
Dodgers up 1-0. Okay.
Top of the first.
Top of the first right now.
Going into middle of the first, going into the bottom.
Yeah,
I think Philly Eagles are buying championship, but it's not working. They're doing a lot of gymnastics that they're going to have to deal with later with their cap. I know that much. But I definitely know they also made some moves, which is kind of why their defense is struggling now. They moved some of the veterans off and replaced them with young guys. And we thought, wow, that's a great little flip that they did. Well, they didn't get them up to speed fast enough. It hasn't been quite the defense that they expected from before.
We see that Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown are full participants today. Maybe the team will just get healthy first off. That's what they got to do. And then maintain business. But between there and there, you're not going to see.
Coach on a hot seat.
Oh, coach on a hot seat. Definitely.
Yeah, Sirianni go. He sucks. Sirianni sucks.
We got hot seats. Speaking of, we've seen Saleh. We know Saleh's fine now, but we have these 7 coaches. 7 coaches that we probably named during the offseason that are hot seat candidates. One, Dennis Allen with the Saints. He's one on the list. Mike McCarthy in Dallas. We all know every year, Cowboys coach could be on the hot seat depending on what happens. May stay. Not this year, maybe not. Dan Canellis, Carolina Panthers. We have here Doug Peterson of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hold on. The Carolina one doesn't make any sense.
Wow, they just hired him. They just hired him.
Wasn't Rule only there like a year?
Here's the thing, though. You were hired with the preface of fixing the franchise quarterback. He looks worse.
Maybe he can't be fixed. So you're going to keep cycling through coaches?
But that's the thing, though. If he can't be fixed, then the one thing we hired you for gotta go.
That's why Carolina.
You have to know who the owner is over there. We talk about the Jerry Joneses and the Robert Krafts. We are getting introduced in the Ruley way to a loser. And David Tepper, he's not a loser because I guess he's rich, but in mentality in the football field in the last few years, he's been a loser. So that's who you're working with right now. So he can say, hey, I don't want you no more. I got money to go get somebody else. And the tickets next year will be 2 cents to the Panthers game.
And what if one of those options is Bill Belichick? Yeah, I'd fucking move on too.
Move on.
New head coach.
Mike McCarthy's gone, though. I think he's gone after this year.
I hope Bill becomes a Cowboys coach.
I hope they keep Mike McCarthy another year.
Because I think it would be hilarious to watch whatever happens between him and Jerry.
We all know this not going to go well.
I know. But it'll be fun to watch.
But you never know.
I do think Bill is one of the few guys that Jerry would like. He's never gonna not have anything to do with it with stuff, but I think he might just be like, you know what? I can't really argue with bro. He got mad championships. Like,
you know, 2 things.
But I've been wrong about billionaires before. We all know that. So
the hourglass on Jerry's lifespan is running.
Yeah.
So he may be desperate. And then kind of that's why we're here in the first place. He's been chasing the ghost of Jimmy Johnson's decisions since he fired him.
Yeah.
So yeah. And 2, he worked with Parcells.
Yeah.
Identical personality.
Right.
I think if he respects him, he'll chill.
Gotcha. At some point, Doug Peterson in Jacksonville is another guy on the list.
Gone.
Stefanski, Cleveland, and Nick Sirianni of the Eagles.
He got exposed once his coordinators left last year. That's when his decline started.
Mm-hmm.
And in the year of the QB, I mean, next year there's going to be a couple more QBs coming into this draft. One particularly may end up, depending on how this team continues to play, and that's Las Vegas. Antonio Pierce is on this list too.
Which sucks because he just got there. He balled out with him the last few games last year, and they didn't give him anything to work with. Your number 1 wide receiver wants out. You don't have a franchise quarterback. You lost your franchise running back. You're probably about to get ready to lose Max Crosby here soon because he's going to make some noise to get up out of there. So you set him up for failure. And the Philadelphia situation, I saw an article today. There's ties to LSU. They are very, very fond of one signal caller down in Louisiana by the name of Nussmeier, which is damning with your existing franchise quarterback that's there now. That this has been leaked out publicly. This is why Philadelphia is Philadelphia.
And LSU is LSU.
You think if the Vikings make it to round 2 in the playoffs, Brian Flores will get another chance as a head coach? Hell no. He won't. He won't get another chance. He won't get another coaching job. Another head coaching job.
In life.
Oh, to my Sirianni?
No, he's talking about Brian Flores. Anthony had rolled.
Oh. Yeah, Flores, he's done a hell of a job in Minnesota, but the whole snitching thing that he did, I was going to look at it like, I can't trust you.
He's a rat.
Yeah.
He's a stool pigeon.
He's a rat and all, man. Definitely, man. We out here riding the wave, man. Hey, Wednesday night. Spoke on MLB so far, some NFL news. If anybody has any other NFL news you want to chat in, just feel free to comment. Any news on sports period, man. feel free to comment. You know, it don't matter. We get to it. You know, we'll go around. Something else later. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. Coach not true. Robert Saleh was balling the second half of the season, and he was replaced quick.
In what aspect? What are you talking about?
Him,
about,
man.
About the Raiders?
Man. Yeah. WNBA Finals tomorrow night. Game 1. New York Liberty.
Yeah, the Raiders are there too. Yeah.
You guys. What happened?
You said what? You said what? Lynx versus who?
Lynx versus Liberty. Who you got? Who gonna win it?
That's the finals?
Yep.
That's the finals.
Yeah.
Lynx knocked off the Sun.
Top 2 seeds.
Top 2 seeds. It ended up being the Eastern Conference versus Western Conference showdown anyhow with the dumbass bracket.
Well, that means that it worked then. That means that it worked.
That means that they rigged it to be an Eastern Conference team versus a Western Conference team. WNBA, you get familiar. I'm gonna go Liberty, obviously.
If they got rigged capabilities and they kept Caitlin out, they're tripping.
But we also got to remember that this is New York, and every New Yorker got Reggie Miller in the back of their eyes. So as long as the New York Liberty don't let the Lynx Reggie Miller them, the Liberty should win a WNBA championship. Their first WNBA.
They're gonna win before the Knicks.
And I think they was the first. I think they was the first official franchise. I think, or the second official franchise in the WNBA. I think the New York Liberty played the first game, official WNBA game, when it started. Their inaugural. So this would be great history for them. Spike Lee's already on board. Spike, don't curse the Liberty, please. But the Lynx,
so desperate.
The Lynx are a great team. This is going to be a great battle. Hopefully, the Lynx can contend with them. Definitely can. They had during the regular season. This is a whole new game now, but both teams are mentally prepared to be in this situation. I think this is a good final matchup. I think this is the one that most people would have predicted probably after a month or two. But we didn't think the Lynx would probably keep it up, but they did. So we knew the Sun were overrated. Suns weren't overrated, I feel. I just feel like the way they play, it's like if you look at a lot of their players, they have system players, and eventually when you're playing against, people that can go one-on-one and kind of go in. Bonner was balling, you know what I'm saying? But you got so many different aspects on the Lynx, man, that can kind of get their own shot. It kind of takes them out. That's why they went to go get Mabry, who can create her own shot. And, and it helped them to get there. And then, boom, you figure that out. The Lynx all season, they got different pieces that they had a good 5 to 7 ladies that roll in, where the Sun had 2 or 3, and they had to go get that 4th, and that 4th one was kind of the second option. So,
maybe it was cooking for them, but it wasn't enough.
Liberty got like 8-9. And then Jacquel Jones out for 3s. Oh, man. Yeah, it's about to get ugly. Yes, the first WNBA game featured the New York Liberty versus the Sparks, man. And the Sparks, I believe, had the #1 pick. And WNBA chatter. We'll be on it, man. Final start tomorrow. Get your picks in. Fellas, y'all want to take a quick break?
Let's go.
We'll be back, man. We're going to get into the association. Stay tuned.
Hose water. Whether you've been playing hard or working hard, when your thirst needs to be quenched, there's hose water. Found at any retailer where sports drinks are sold. Or connected to your faucet in the backyard if you don't want to pay $4 for it. Hose water. Get yours today.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
Yes, sir. We are back. Chill Will the building. Got Coach over here. No whistles over here, though, man.
Salute.
That's the name he carries. Meta in the building, man. We out here, parlay perspective. The association is next. Yes, the NBA. A few weeks away. Those last few preseason games building away. about to be game time. For real. And every year the NBA starts off this season, of course, like every season, off-season rankings, preseason rankings, things of that nature. But then they have the GM survey. It's questions that are asked to every GM in the league in regards to certain questions, conference champions, surprise teams, this and that nature. So we're going to go through a few of the questions according to NBA.com and have some fun with this here. First off, which team will win this year's NBA Finals? 83% of the survey says the Boston Celtics. 13% says Oklahoma City Thunder. 3% says the Dallas Mavericks.
Ooh.
Hey, we make the top 3.
I mean, you were there.
So basically, it's on ranking this. So that was the and then who will win the 2024-25 Kia MVP? 40% has Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as this year's MVP. Luka Doncic is 30%. With 7 in a 3-way tie, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, and Jason Tatum.
Maybe Luka win it this year. He's not the favorite.
Maybe. Hopefully he does. Next question here. If you were starting a franchise today and could sign any player in the NBA, who would it be? 77% of the voting went to who you think?
Luka.
Nope, not even close.
Landslide. Victor Wembanyama, the San Antonio Spurs, 77%. Shade follows
literally everything. So yeah.
Yeah, he has no weakness in his game.
Luka is at 3%, and Jokic 10%. Right down here.
No Tatum. Fascinating.
Throwaway question. Here. This is interesting here, man. Best small forward in the NBA. 47% of the voters. Jason Tatum's holding that spot down this year, man. Maybe the rain and the clouds is over. Maybe Jason Tatum comes out this year and kills the league. Maybe he's the MVP this year. I'm gonna say Jason Tatum's MVP this year. I think I'm gonna give him a pick, man. I think so. The light has to come out, man. Gotta come out.
Did you see?
I don't know.
I think it's pretty cool. Also, obviously, I'm going to be a homer always in this aspect. The best point guard, the best shooting guard, and the best small forward. Luka's on all 3 of them.
Crazy as hell. Yes, he is. Best point guard, Luka, top guy, 37%. He ranks as the 5th best shooting guard according to percentages. And then the best small forward, he's tied for 2nd. After
the shooting guard's weird though, because he doesn't really play it. Like he's a small forward when he's up there. But I can see because like the reason why it's both is because it's the same position now, basically.
Yeah. Point forward.
I understand. Yeah, it's just a wing.
Off-season moves. Which team made the best overall moves this off-season? 37% say the Thunder did. 33% say the 76ers, and 20% goes to the New York Knicks. Also receiving votes: Brooklyn, Orlando, and Sacramento.
Knicks. I would have accepted the Knicks as number 1.
Me too. Or maybe 2nd. Yeah.
Yeah, like 1 or 2, right? Like they did great. And I think part of it is maybe because one of those moves they had made last year, but they re-signed them, which is part of the move in the offseason. So, yeah, I think they should have got that. Who was number 1 again?
Number 1 was the Oklahoma City Thunder.
They did well, but like who? They got Hartenstein.
And then Caruso.
And they got Caruso's the one that I love. We all know that I was obsessed with that move. They also lost Giddey, but that was part of the whole move. So, I don't know. I think, look, I know based on what the team that they had, Hartenstein and Caruso, that's great pickups. But yeah, the Knicks got like an all-star. They got Mikal Bridges, and they went and got Cat.
Yep.
It's a little, I mean, and they got to sign their star for cheaper.
Yep. I think they won. That's a big win. That's the biggest win right there.
I think they won their offseason, is all I'm saying.
Wow, don't donate the fan dude. Think smart. I'm not, but I really think so. I'm about to throw a couple of dollars on Jason Tatum, man, for the bean.
Won't be bad, yeah. That's not a crazy bet at all. It's gonna be hard for him to do it because he's got such a stacked team. But
he got to come out, man. Which one player acquisition this year will make the biggest impact? 60% of the vote went to Paul George of Philadelphia. Carl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges split at 13% each, and Alex Caruso is in fourth here. What was the most underrated player acquisition? 23% say Alex Caruso was, followed by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, which is my dog right there. I mean, hopefully on Orlando he does damage. And then Isaiah Hartenstein and Tyrus Jones of the Phoenix Suns now 13% each. I don't know. Which team will be the most improved in 2024-25? Who do you think the voters got here? Top of the vote.
Most improved. Maybe Derek White. I doubt it. I don't know. Who we thinking of?
They are going back to last year, man. John Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies, man. This is they try to tune this song back in. I guess a clear-minded job. We didn't hear nothing over the summer in regards to anything.
He's already hurt.
You said he's already hurt?
Yeah, he hurt something in the preseason. Nothing. I don't think it's too bad, but I think he's already hurt.
Oh,
he's
man.
day-to-day.
Man. The jaw tools came out. Jaw hurt now. Listen here, Jaw, stay in your crib. Don't be trying to go play pickup with no little kids, man.
Yeah, for real.
I like what they did, though. You're looking at Morant, Smart, Bane, Jackson, and Edie. Not too bad.
We'll see how Edie translate in the league. If he can translate somewhat, it'll be nice for them. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a guy, to be down there, protecting the rim. It'll be dope to see. It'll be dope to see Memphis there because I feel like when Memphis was on their high, you know what I'm saying, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, people were loving it. Like, John Morant's must see. Like, he was hitting that standard where he was there, and some things can trickle you down. And like, man, and it's
the Edie thing will look good in the preseason, and then when the season starts, it'll look okay, and then they'll start putting him in pick and roll, and he'll be on the bench.
And they got rid of Steven
Nothing
Adams.
you can do when you put that man in. If you put him in pick and
Adams
roll,
in Houston, right?
Yeah, Adams
on an island.
Did y'all see his crib in Houston?
I can see that, Will.
What we just talking about? Who we know? Steven Adams. Steven Adams is Houston Rocket now. He got traded from Memphis, and his crib he got like it looks like an Airbnb in Houston. Like his airbed looks like it's smaller than him.
That's hilarious.
Literally there. Like,
temporary.
He probably know. Houston probably told him you ain't gonna be here for the long haul. You probably
don't buy property.
Trade deadline.
You might be gone. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So let's go back. Let's go to a few more of these votes here. San Antonio 13%. Philly was 7%. Most surprising move of the offseason, Karl Anthony Towns to New York, 27%, followed by Paul George to Philly, and DeMar DeRozan to Sacramento at 17%.
I love that move for them.
DeRozan
but it doesn't fix their number one problem, which is defense. That move is literally them saying, we're never really going to try on D like that. We're just going to we're going to try to score 160 every night. And they might. They might.
Now we get to this year's rookie class international in the sense rookies international. Who will win the 2024-25 Rookie of the Year? 50% of the GM say Reed Shepherd of the Houston Rockets will win the Rookie of the Year this year, followed by Zach Edey of Memphis, 30%.
Really?
Castle of San Antonio at 13%.
So I have it nothing like that. I have number one is going to be Castle from the Spurs. And number two, even though he won't be starting and he'll be in a 6-man role.
Ron Holland?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Now, what? You don't like Holland?
I like Holland. I like Holland.
Okay. Nah, bro from Minnesota.
Dillingham.
Dillingham.
All right. They got hold on. They got Dillingham and the young homie from Illinois, Shannon. Oh my God.
Yeah. But Dillingham's like an actual bucket from day one in the league. He can play right away. He gonna have the ability to shoot, to get to the rack, to pass. Like he's going to come off their bench and give them exactly the one thing that we saw with them last year was they played defense, they could score, but down the end of the year, too much of their offense was relied upon the shoulders of Ant Edwards. Now they got another guy who can, when he goes to the bench, can get you some points still. So I think he's gonna have a big chance to get Rookie of the Year as well, even though he won't be starting.
Hey, there's a bunch of guys there. There's a bunch of rookies coming in this year. It's gonna be flying, man. Reed Shepard as well.
Is the number one pick even gonna start? Is he even gonna play this year in the league?
What's that? Who was
Zachary Richard, the Frenchman.
Washington?
No. That's another Frenchman.
Atlanta.
No,
Okay.
Richard.
Oh, from
the first pick.
The one that went to Atlanta.
Yeah,
he'll play.
No, he might not even be coming to the league this year. You know how they do that.
Oh! I did hear
That's what I'm saying.
like a minute ago. What? What? They go through their own stuff crazy already in Atlanta. They don't. I mean, Clint Capella's days are probably numbered there. Trey Young, you don't know what the hell's going on.
They've been trying to get rid of Capella the last 3 off seasons.
Right. My man, my guy, AJ Griffin left the league to pursue God. Left the league and said, "Fuck the league. We go God." We can talk parlay if you want, man. Throw a parlay in, man. Whatever y'all want to do, man. I threw a parlay tonight, man. I threw the under in the college football game. I threw Yankees, Dodgers, and I threw something little in the hockey game on short-term goals. So yeah, but AJ Griffin used to play for Duke. Played a couple years with Atlanta. He was one of Atlanta's top draft picks a couple years back. Left the Hawks. Took a buyout. He said he wants to pursue the church life, and yeah.
Hey, you can pursue the church from balling too, bro.
You just
suck. That's why you left.
Yep. I mean, in the sense of people don't, and it's crazy because people are playing and being professional so much that you want to make it, and that's cool too. But that reality hits some people fast, and it hits some people faster than others. And he realized, probably like you said, Will, that this game I probably wasn't gonna make no motion in it, no notion the way it's going. And hey, let me see if I can go another route and try to be Murder Mason something. I don't know.
Dodgers up 3-0 going into the third. Bottom second going into.
And who's the best international player not in the NBA right now? Sasha Vinnikov at 30%, Nikolai Mirotic at 23%, Edie Tavares at 17%. Oh, that's a good list that the NBA has. NBA trying to bring those guys in. My guy Getu Sabe, you know what I'm saying, had a good preseason game with the 76ers the other night. Yeah, Getu Sabe.
Cool.
He would have been the best player not in the league right now, but he had a good Olympics, so he got re-signed.
He was balling, bro. He was balling in the Olympics.
Best defensive team in the NBA, 57% of the votes say the Boston
Minnesota.
Celtics, followed by Minnesota at 23%, and then Oklahoma City at 20%. Boston as well won last year, and they definitely was stifling motherfuckers. It wasn't even close.
We had like beef.
Who's the best coach in the NBA? Best coach.
Oh, that's Spo.
Yep, Spo at 69%. Mark Danley-Jump
easily.
Oklahoma at 17%. Steve Kerr still gets votes, 7%.
Why?
Right.
Mike Budenholzer received votes as well, and Chris Finch of Minnesota. Oh, that's fire.
Ooh. Who's this?
That's your guy, Fashu Shave.
Oh, this is the best guy in the world?
Yeah.
Who's not in our league?
Oh, he'll be in the league this year.
He's White Blake
It looked like it looked like he's played with Sacramento before.
He looks familiar. I don't know if I've ever seen him get a lot of tick, but he definitely.
Or maybe he ran with them during the preseason and went back to Europe, maybe last year.
He is just firing, by the way.
With reckless abandon.
These are 30-footers. These are Curry range. Oh, post game, step out. Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah. He got the ratty. He got the ratty on him.
Next year, Joe Mazzulla will be top of the list.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just being nice to the Celtics right now.
Bro's coaching an all-star team. Hell no.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And which team has the most promising young core? Oklahoma City at 60%, Orlando Magic at 20%, Houston Rockets at 10%, San Antonio at 7%, and Detroit Pistons at 3%. I don't even know how they got that.
The Pistons do have a young core because they got Ivy and Cade, and they got some youth at the bigs. Like, I get it, but I feel like people just don't know who Castle is, or the Spurs would have been number one because Castle and Wemby, they're gonna be a problem together. But I get it. OKC's young and really good. So is Orlando. I love Orlando's young core. So yeah, that works.
You got an interesting question here, which is the last one on the list. What rule most needs to change? The number one, which received 20%, was roster construction. Apron rules, trade math, too restrictive. Should be indexed to teams' market. 20%. Schedule at 17%. Game floor at 13%. Playoff format at 13%. Free agency before the draft, 7%. Return to a one-day draft, 7%.
I do think free agency should go before draft.
Yes, it should.
This way you just know, like this way, if you don't have a great pick, you know exactly what fit you need.
What fit you need, exactly.
To draft. And you can draft for need. This way you're drafting a player that you can actually use instead of just the best on the board, and he may not play because you have a star ahead of him. So, yeah, that should change. But everything else, they're never going to change any of that shit.
NBA. All right, fellas, man, that's NBA talk. We're going to go through quickly, man. Shout out to the NHL, the shittiest league in the world, in America at least. Won't this anymore. But they have started a few days ago. Some games on tap tonight. We're here in Massachusetts where the Bruins scored some goals yesterday, but they didn't score enough as they lost to the Panthers. My Devils are the best team in the league so far after 2 games. Coach, your Stars play tomorrow night, I believe.
I believe so.
Yes. So this is top 10.
Got to give me a new sweater for this year, man.
Yep. You ready? Ready to hoist the cup?
Always ready to hoist the cup.
We hoisting this year.
Yes, sir. Top 10 here quickly here. Maple Leafs, Toronto at 10. Carolina Hurricanes at 9. Boston Bruins at number 8. The Jersey Devils at number 7. Hopefully we can be. We was good to get before. We don't deserve to be here. I guess I'll take it. Number 6, Vancouver Canucks. Number 5, the Colorado Avalanche. Number 4, the New York Rangers, who plays tonight. I think they play Pittsburgh. Dallas Stars at number 3.
Let's go Stars.
The Edmonton Oilers at number 2. And at number 1,
Florida.
Your champions, the Florida Panthers.
We got a weirdo sighting.
And we'll have Jake here next week, parlay analyst on the National Hockey League. You know, have some insights for us. He'll have some views of his team. I think the Jets do play tonight. He wants me to throw a couple dollars on the Jets.
Bro stepped on 6 Legos and tripped over the ottoman to get to that hockey session, though. I know that.
Yes,
as soon as he heard hockey, so up. Shout out to Jake.
Shout out to Jake. Jake, you just made the last little bit of the segment. You got any 2 cents before we head on? Oh, because you know what's up next. Jake.
With the hockey segment? Oh, it's a first real whole day of the regular season. I'm hyped. Jets play at 10 EST against the Edmonton Oilers. Putting out a really good squad this year and excited. I already got my Shifley jersey on, ready to rock.
Sir, ready to rock and roll. Hope the season's good for all you guys' teams. Will one of our teams hoist the trophy? We don't know. We'll see, man.
Them Dallas Stars are highly favored.
Coach don't like that.
Hey, he was raising the roof. He's excited for his Stars. Can't wait.
We take anything we can get around it around here these days.
Really, can't wait to see Coach buy himself a sweater. Get a Ben sweater.
Absolutely, I would have picked. I'm getting the black one with the fluorescent green on it.
Oh hell yeah, that's a sick jersey.
And the fellas were having a little chatter about it. We didn't really get into it, but we know number 1 and number 2 in the NCAA football rankings is Texas at number 1 and Ohio State number 2. We didn't get to the rest of the
course
because there was a good collision course on Monday night, and that collision course maybe will happen at some point as the season leaves us and goes into the postseason. Oregon at number 3, they do play Ohio State this Saturday. That's gonna be an interesting matchup there. Prime time too, so we'll all be watching, Jake. So
Can't wait.
Guys better come out to play. Penn State at number 4, Georgia at number 5, Miami number 6 at 6-0, Alabama at 4-1, Tennessee as well as 4-1, Ole Miss at 5-1, and Clemson hitting the top 10 at 4-1 as well. Next 5 in potentially Iowa State, Notre Dame, LSU, BYU, and Texas A&M. BC did not receive no votes this week.
It's bullshit.
Terrible. It's terrible. But, you've seen the teams that they've played, kind of struggle, so maybe next week they got to make their own noise and their own statement. Hopefully, speaking of that Friday, I think we're on tap Friday. We play Louisville. That'll be entertaining. And I'm trying to get tickets to the games. But then all these teams losing that was projected and they was in the top, it kind of messes up BC now because now it's like who we play besides Missouri. And they're about to fall off the rankings sooner rather than later. They're 21. So our only hope is to go play Miami and beat Cam Ward. You know what I'm saying? And get to the postseason. Well, that's what's going to happen. We're going to speak it to existence.
Let's go.
Let's get it in.
Fuck Cam Ward.
Cam Ward, man. Hey.
He's a problem.
Jake, man, I don't know, man. You must have been a magician tonight or knew what was really going down in the show, man, because you got here had a good time. Very good time. You know why? Because we about to be on this wax, man. We got to do our picks for the week, and show the people, what we made of and ride with us on the picks, man, because we've been on fire.
Now, just shout out, I got great teammates to let me know when the picks are because Tuke made the rule. If you ain't here, then picks don't count. I
said you could have recorded. You could have recorded your picks and put them on, kind of like
you did.
But you wanted to come through, and that's real talk, man. So I respect that.
Hey, like I said, I got some personal business that I had to attend to, but hey, I will always make time for you gentlemen because you guys are always there for me. So here I am. Let's make these picks.
All right, fellas, we're in week 6. Just to put things into perspective, let's see. Last week, Tuke went 10-4. Jake went 9-5. Yours truly went 8-6. And Will with his stick went 4-10. But we know why he did what he did. He explained it to us last week.
Won't nobody be doing that shit again.
Will's got the lowest. He has the most lowest scores out of all of us this year. It's crazy.
Hey, but this man ended up
playing around.
This man basically won it last year. So I'm not relieving this at all. I think he feels like he's confident in himself to get to the top.
Man,
I'm smelling possum a little bit, William.
We'll see what happens. I can only play with possum for so long. I'm dead last now, I think. I had to be last now after this.
Yeah, he's giving us a fair chance.
It's awful.
So what are those standings?
So for right now, let me see if I can find it here. Here we go.
Ooh, that's bad.
Can y'all see that okay?
Yep.
They go 46-32. Jake 44-34. Will 37-41. And yours truly 38-40. Man, look at that comeback.
I'm losing ground.
Look at that comeback.
Damn.
Below 500.
It's brutal, man. It's brutal.
I got a little bugging from Ohio in my ear, man. I need to get that off me real quick. Hopefully I can this weekend.
No, not today.
All right, gents. We got first game Thursday night. San Francisco at Seattle. I got San Fran.
I'm also going to take the Niners.
Niners struggling. Seahawks get the win.
This is tough, man. Thursday night game. Seahawks lost to the Giants. Giants playing real respectable, better football. Shit. I'm going to take the 49ers, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Niners, actually. They did lose to the Giants. What is Kenneth Walker doing?
Okay. Got unanimous selections there. Jacksonville at Chicago. I got Chicago.
Yeah, Bears.
The Bears.
Got the Bears. Shit.
I don't trust Jacksonville.
This is a 9:30 game too, so I think this game's overseas.
Yep.
Trevor and them last year balled overseas. I think I'm gonna take the Jaguars overseas.
Play tank if you got them in fantasy.
I think I'm gonna take Jag. Like I said, the Jag. Right, we clown them. Like I said, this is the NFL. When you lose every week, you get clowned. But you gotta start looking at these games. Besides the Buffalo game, they pretty much kind of been in these games or gave them up. I'm gonna take the Jaguars to beat the Bears.
Okay. The Cardinals at the Packers.
Green Bay at the crib.
Yeah, Green Bay's at home. It's getting cold.
I think I'm going to go slightly off the cup here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Cardinals.
I wanted to. The home thing is tough, though.
It is. But I take those teams that got a little bit of grit, and I think Cardinals got a little bit of that thing in them.
They literally have a little bit of grit at quarterback. He's a little bit.
I'm glad you picked up on that.
Yeah.
This was a little harder than I thought it was going to be.
And Call of Duty ain't out yet. Call of Duty ain't out yet. We still got that Kyler.
Nah, he's good to November. Late November, I think.
I'm going to go out on a limb and take Arizona as well. The Colts at the Titans. I'm taking Indy.
I'm going to take Indy. Flacco's doing work, but that defense is so bad, man. Pretty much like 3 mediocre quarterbacks this year have had career days against that defense.
Yeah, this is at Hook in Tennessee. I'm gonna take the Colts kind of been. I mean, they're better team in this match.
Only because Flacco.
Yeah.
Against my will, I'm taking the Titans.
I mean,
Got you down.
It's the week for you to sink or swim.
It is really.
I mean, this week, not really at all. But
well, here's to a brick around the neck.
I'm
Houston.
I'm doing my best will this week.
Houston at New England. I got Houston.
You know what? I'm rolling with that rookie quarterback. Let me see what you got, Drake, man. I'm taking my Patriots, baby.
Ooh, I kind of feel that, but not Sunday.
Took you stuck to an agenda all year about this Drake May coming in and play. If you don't take the Patriots, you're going against everything you said.
No. I want him to play because New England needs that new. I want Drake May to play. I seen Drake May play in Carolina. I think he's ready for the spotlight. I think he's ready. I think he's ready to lead your team to some victories, but it's not going to be on Sunday. I think the Texans are going to win this game. If I'm better, for the bettors, though, the Patriots could win. They will cover 7. They will lose, though. Texas will win.
You have no idea how bad I want to change this pick, but I refuse.
Hold your gut, man.
Will,
I am.
Texans?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Tampa at New Orleans. I'm going Tampa.
New Orleans trash.
Oh, man.
Spencer Rattler debut.
Sucks to suck.
I'm taking Tampa.
Tampa lost on Thursday night. Oh yeah, that offensive line of the Saints is beat up. I'm gonna go Bucks.
Yeah, they are beat up.
Mr. Rookies need to play, but we will not be picking them.
Unanimous for Tampa.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Spencer Rattler's a rookie this year?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he's already been around for a year.
Nah, you probably just remember when he got ran out of Oklahoma.
Probably.
Cleveland at Philly. I got Philly. AJ Brown is back this week.
And Cleveland is a fucking dumpster fire, so
they are.
Philly it is.
This is the dumpster game, but I'm taking Philly.
This may be the game in which Deshaun Watson gets benched. I'm gonna go Eagles.
You're right about that.
Oh, Took, your boy from UCLA, still on the team. We might see Dorian.
Might see Dorian, man.
Hey, Jameis there?
Jameis is there.
Wait, Jameis. Y'all might win some games.
Probably, yeah. Jameis is ready.
There ain't no crab. He ain't going to be playing right.
Who you got, Will?
Oh, Eagles.
Got you down. Washington at Baltimore. Does Washington finally come down off their high horse? Has Baltimore turned it around?
Commanders win this game.
Reluctantly, I'm taking the Ravens.
Yeah, man. Keep it real with you. Taking the Ravens at the crib. And that's no disrespect to Washington. I think they'll go in there and play and compete, but I would take the Ravens.
I got the Ravens as well. I think Baltimore finally getting it together. Andrews may be the odd man out there.
Yeah, that Kohler guy came out of nowhere.
Realistically, just from the money wise, yeah, they should probably trade him for some. They could trade him probably for like a rookie tight end. That's what they should do, like a solid rookie. Like hit up Washington, see if they'll trade that rookie Sinat, who they're not really using too much. This way, he could work his way under Likely. You'll still have 2 tight ends, and then Commanders can have a starting like all-pro tight end and actually use them.
You talking about LaVisca? LaVisca Chenault?
You know what's about to happen. They're gonna keep Andrews.
That's not for a reason. The fuck?
They're gonna keep Andrews and likely gonna go somewhere and get some money.
Huh?
They're gonna keep Andrews and likely's gonna go get some money.
Yeah, they're probably in a rut. But I mean, Andrews gets hurt, man. Likely seems to be able to last.
No, he does. But I just think
he's also cheaper. I think it'll be cheaper moving forward too. Yeah, Likely probably goes. Is that a bomb? 4-0.
4-0 Dodgers.
Oh, 5-0. That was a 2-run bomb.
2-run shot.
Will Smith. Shout out to Will Smith.
Shout out to Will Smith.
Get jiggy with it. La 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 la. Will Smith hit a 2-run bomb. They should play getting jiggy with it every time he hits
one of my favorite artists growing up, Will Smith. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Andrews might be gone after this year.
Wow,
he got 1 year left after this year, and it's the same amount, 16.9. Dead cap hit.
And Likely probably won't cost that much when they renew him.
Right. And dead cap hit is 5.9 for next year.
Oh, yeah, they're going to move him. Or maybe they just ride it out. Why not have the depth? Ride it out.
And make sure you know what you got with Likely.
Yeah. I think they know what they got with Likely. You know what they got with Likely? A guy that Lamar thinks is Randy Moss. That's what they got with Likely, and that's kind of a problem. Lamar believes way too much in his brother. He's a good player, but this dude will throw up like a lob pass 50-50 with like 3 other defenders there. He's just like, nah. My guy Likely, I see it every day in practice.
So Likely is still on a rookie contract, and his contract expires the same time as Andrews.
Right. So you're gonna have to sign one of them, and one of them is gonna be a lot cheaper. That'll probably be Likely. Likely story.
All right. The Chargers at the Broncos. I'm gonna go with Denver.
I'm gonna go. This is Broncos again.
There's only one good unit on both of these teams, and it's the Broncos defense.
Well, Broncos defense is rated number 2 on fantasy. I know where fantasy doesn't matter, but rated number 2 on fantasy. And I like what Bo Nix has been doing. He's got a fire under him right now, getting in Sean Payton's ass. I like everything about this team right now. Give me the Broncos.
I guess I'll take the Broncos to be on the train. Yeah, y'all kind of persuade me.
Chargers it is.
Go well.
The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Raiders.
Ew, Steelers. Raiders are fucking terrible team.
Quarterback change for the Raiders as well.
Who does? I mean, they're going away from Minshew.
Yep, they're going away from Minshew. Minshew started the game with a great dive to Bowers, and then after that, he looked terrible.
Who'd they go with?
They go with Aiden McConnell.
Yeah, awful. It's great.
Hey, this is the situation.
Hey, bet against the Raiders this week, fellas.
I'm gonna take the Steelers.
So you got Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I think Pickett's for the fucking shitty game he played last week will have a much better production.
He better.
That's who you got as well, Jake?
Oh, I took Pittsburgh, yes.
I got Pittsburgh as well. Unanimous on that one. All right. Detroit at Dallas.
Detroit. Y'all just struggle with someone you shouldn't have. Yeah. Detroit it is.
This is the week of a pick again. This is the week of a pick against my boys, huh? Fuck no. Fuck out of here. Fuck the Lions, baby. Cowboys, spread, W. Take the money line, baby. Taking my boys at the crib.
Hey, he just broke y'all pockets with his heart. Y'all better cut that out.
Taking my boys at the crib. I'm taking my boys at the crib, pitting 500 on.
Hey man, I'm keeping track here. It looks like this week I might be able to finally say it. So far, I've taken the Bears, and now I'm taking the Lions. I'm getting close to taking the Lions and Tigers and the Bears, baby. Taking the Lions.
You're gonna take Lions, Tigers, and Bears.
Probably.
No way you pick the Giants this week, so you're gonna take the Bengals.
I absolutely am. So I am taking the Lions, the Tigers, and the Bears.
Let me see. My gut tells me Detroit. My heart tells me Dallas. 2, have we got confirmation that Bland and Michael's back this week?
We hear Bland will be in uniform. We don't know how many snaps he will get. We haven't heard about Parsons. And if I'm America and if I'm them, I'm keeping it in for as long as I could about Micah. You're kind of gonna make that Lions locker room kind of dictate the way. Let them dictate it right now, and then ultimately we have the decision of playing them or not. I still like our chances in this game. We talked about underdogs the other night. I like it at the underdog, especially in this game. Everybody's rooting for these lines, and honestly, they've been the best team probably in the NFC as of right now. But that's as of right now. They gotta play us. They feel a certain way about last year, and you see Amon State Brown bringing up last year with Jordan Lewis. We ready. Bring it here. Bring it here, Lions. Cowboys go bust that ass in Dallas, baby. Let's go.
Whenever he's
whole
this
right
hype,
side
they
just
get
came out.
smashed.
No.
Whatever.
No.
I said, whatever he's this hype, y'all get killed.
No way, Jose.
Whenever he's this sure, because it's an overcompensation, because he don't really believe this. He don't really believe it. So whenever he does this, it's a beatdown. It's like an ass.
Beatdown. Hold on. I didn't put it in this perspective. They ain't gonna beat us that. That's not gonna happen. They ain't gonna beat us that.
Man, I don't really trust this team.
Don't trust them, coach. I'll trust them for you.
I'm gonna take Detroit, man. I'm gonna take Detroit.
Yeah, smart man. Man who wants to win.
Atlanta at Carolina. I've got Atlanta.
Oh, ATL. Carolina's so bad.
Damn.
I
want to take Carolina. I'm gonna take Atlanta. I want to take Carolina.
Atlanta.
I'm gonna take the Falcons though.
The Bengals at the Giants.
This game's a trap game, man. This should be easily Bengals, but the Bengals just scored 5 touchdowns from Burrow and could not win that game because their defense is
worse than the Colts.
It's the maybe, but it's close. It's real bad. And the Giants, they actually gave Danny Dimes some time to throw, and he kind of looked like a competent quarterback. That was
without
weird
Neighbors.
to see. It was pretty weird to see, is all I'm saying. And Neighbors will be back. I've talked myself in. I'm going Giants.
I'm gonna take the Bengals in this game. For whatever reason, I feel the same way as well. I feel like the Giants have had an upbeat in their team, and I would love to see the Bengals get waxed on Sunday Night Football. I'm gonna take the Bengals though, but if the Giants do win, I'm gonna be yelling there on Monday, screaming for joy.
Who you got, Jake?
The Bengals.
He's like, what do you mean? It's my team.
No way.
I know, right? And then Monday night game, Buffalo at the Jets.
Give me the Bills.
Buffalo's reeling. I'm going Jets. I think they're starting to come around, and I think they're going to play their hearts out for the fact. Yeah, that's why. And what does usually happen when you fire a coach? They usually play your hearts out for the next guy, and I think they're going to do that.
I got the Jets as well.
This game
Bills coming off 2 losses. They ain't going to do 3.
This
Why?
This game is for first place in the AFC East. We're talking about this right now. Yeah, but did I not pick a team and just take the loss?
You can. That'd be fun.
I'm gonna take the Bills. Don't matter what coach you put in there. Team fucking stinks.
Jets should have called it Belichick.
I also don't know if Shakir's playing. They might. I don't know if Shakir's playing. And if he's not playing, I don't think the Bills can win. They literally just don't have enough offensively if Shakir isn't playing.
Two, what's the line for that Detroit-Dallas game?
I believe it's a touchdown, but let me double check that. Nope, sorry, it's the hook. It's 3. It's the hook.
3.
Now it's my 10. Tell you, dog. I'm telling you. The hook.
What are you telling us?
Man.
What are you telling us? What are you telling us?
Telling y'all, dog.
Let me ask you this, too. Offensively, now that they got Tolbert and Turpin involved, do you think that opens up the offense more?
I like the way that those guys move for Dak to kind of release the ball out faster. I feel like when Dak's kind of like in this 2-step, 3-step drop and it's about time and trying to find something, I feel like it kind of fucks with him after a certain time. So, yeah, for the time being, yeah, keep running that shit, man. And a team with like run that's so in front and moves in front of you like Detroit, you got to be lateral. So Hopefully, you can do the same shit he was doing against Pittsburgh. A good defense that we just played on Sunday. We're going to play another good defense. So kind of, let's see. Offensively, they're better than it. So we have to, on drives, sustain them. But I feel confident in this team.
I kind of want to change my pick, but I'm not know how committed I am to it.
No, you're lying this week.
Do it. Do it.
You
Do it. I want that lead. I want that help. Do that. I need that ground coverage.
You're a Lions fan for this week. Be a Lions fan. And then come back
You
to
gonna
the Dallas
let him clown your fandom from within? Y'all gonna
No,
have
he's a Dallas Cowboys forever. I know.
Nah. You just called him a Lions fan.
No, I know where it's coming from. It's coming from the ass and not the heart. So I'm gonna accept it this week.
Shots fired. Pew 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 pew.
Let's see it. Let's go.
I'm gonna change it to Dallas.
Hey, peer pressure's a motherfucker.
Let's go. Hold on. Believe.
But if they let me down Sunday, I might not pick these motherfuckers again for it.
Hey, I need help from y'all. Who we think is going to score the most points this week? Who's going to think going to score the least points?
Carolina and
Carolina's the least for sure.
No, normally, but isn't Andy going?
Oh, Andy's in. Oh,
they've been playing better since Andy, at least. They're not good, but
Cleveland probably.
I either got for least points, I got Cleveland or the Raiders because they just Aiden McConnell.
Yeah.
Who they playing? Pittsburgh, right?
Pittsburgh.
Steelers.
Pittsburgh, the top 10 defense.
Yeah, I'm going Raiders, right? Yeah, Raiders probably gonna score the least. I'm going Raiders for the least, but for the most, I need y'all help. Who's gonna score the most?
Houston.
Nah, not against the Patriots. We got a good defense still, even though we
No Jabril Peppers.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh, Jabril Peppers on the NFL exempt list. He can't do nothing. Done.
What he do?
Yeah. He beat somebody up.
Who you beat? Well, I didn't hear none of that.
He beat up a woman, right?
Yeah, this happened on Monday, man.
Come on, bro.
Let's go. Hey, shout outs for the night, everybody, man.
Figure it out. All right, so most points are we thinking?
Buccaneers.
Who they
Against
facing?
New Orleans?
Saints.
New Orleans.
Saints got an okay defense. They have no offense, so that defense is going to be on the field a lot. So I understand that pick. Any other suggestions, people?
Let's see.
Who are the worst defenses? The Colts and the Bengals.
You said for the most points, right?
Yeah, most points.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Is that the Jets game Monday night?
Yeah, I feel it probably. They're getting their top two wide receivers back.
Yeah, but that Browns got an okay defense, no?
I mean, they gave a 35 to the Commanders last week.
And I'm wrong about that. That's a good point, actually.
And like you say, Watson may get benched.
So if I have to marry who's been best on offense with the worst defense, or like the defense that hasn't been so great for this week, I think the most points in the league are going to be the Lions. Yeah, I'm going with the Lions. That's the best combination so far that I've seen. All the other bad defenses are facing also bad offenses. And I do believe y'all have a bad defense this year.
Understatement. We're down to our practice squad defensive ends.
Lions might score 42 on y'all.
Damn. All right, fellas. I shout you guys out for letting me get in and do these picks. I got to hop out of here real quick. Whenever the SEC pub's on, I'll be in to talk about Ohio State for a quick little 10-minute session, and then I'm off for the night. I'll talk to you guys later.
Hey, take care, brother.
Yeah, man. Take
See
care. Shout out to all y'all coming in through on this Wednesday night, tuning in, man. We appreciate it always. You know, it's the Parlay Perspective. We was happy to share our perspectives with you, man. Now, Taylor.
So Bland's coming back this week, but we don't know how healthy he's going to be.
He's limited.
Yeah, he might be on a pitch count.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means he's gonna be targeted too.
And the rookie's back this week too. That replaced Glenn. Kaysen.
Yeah,
Carson.
I got a question for you fellas. So, what do we think about Devontae Adams? Because that situation has changed. The only two teams that he's wanted to go to, technically, one just fired their coach. One just fired their coach, and the other one's hurt.
Yeah.
The other one's David Carr, who got hurt. So
I think the dark horse may be Baltimore.
Baltimore. If I'm him, I'm like,
I wouldn't want to go there.
Please send me to the Chiefs, please. Can you please send me to the Chiefs?
He said he'll take the 5, he'll take the 330 and 2 touchdowns for Lamar. My man.
I saw another name that came up for the Chiefs today. Who the hell was it? It wasn't Adams. It's gonna come back to me.
It's gonna be Amari.
Amari, I've heard that.
Who was that?
I've heard Amari Cooper as.
I've heard that.
Yo, you know who they're gonna get, dog? And they're gonna make them. They're gonna take them from street clothes to again. Mike Thomas, dog. Be on the lookout, dog. I'm telling y'all, this sounds like a Chiefs fucking move to do, dog. I think they go get somebody like him, dog.
Yeah, I mean the Juju move was kind of like that because even though he knew them, that's the only thing because it's not like he was like healthy or anything, but they got him healthy and then he balled out today. I mean, yesterday he balled out. Not yesterday, he balled out this week. Monday was a Monday night game that he had or Sunday night game.
Monday night game. Yeah. 1:30. All
right, shout out to you fellas. Great show as usual.
Yes, sir,
shout out to the sports world and shout out to our fans who were in the chat.
Tune into the SEC pub, man. Following this right here, man. Dale and the gang, man. They're gonna talk that SEC mess. They're gonna talk what a wild weekend it was, and a wild weekend it could be this week again. As teams are feeling the pressure off of last week's problem. We'll see who wins.
Shout out to you fellows, man, as always. Appreciate you. Another great week. Shout out to Chris, Dale, Dark Sage 9117, Anthony, and Mike. If I forgot anybody, my apologies as always.
You dig.
We're gonna be up out of here. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for the SEC Pub. If you're interested in that type of jive talk, with that being said, we up out of here. So who's sending us off tonight?
Me, baby.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.